Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 987, 88, and Doubleshot number 882. Two trades from the series Suicide Squad. Is it from the most recent volume for the series? Nope, it's from the run from 2011 to 2014. First up, let's start with the very first trade that came out for it. Suicide Squad Volume 1 Kicked in the Teeth. This collects the first 7 issues of Suicide Squad Volume 4. The thing starts off very disgustingly, with the members of the Suicide Squad being tortured. I'm like, really, Adam Glass? Yeah, he's the writer of this damn thing. With artwork by, there's a few different artists on here. Federico Del Chito, Clayton Henry, Ransom Gitti, Andrea Brisson, Cliff Richards, I.G. Guerrero, and Scott Hanna. The cover art here is done by Ryan Benjamin. Yep, that is pretty much what the thing opens up with. Yeah, on the very first page, you have Deadshot having a freaking, his body being tortured. Apparently, yeah, I'm like, really? Why the heck would Adam Glass do this? Okay, you bring back the Suicide Squad book. It had not been seen in publication at this point for 3 years. Well, at least for about 3 years, because they had the previous volume published back in 2008. And this is the first time it's been ongoing since 2002. So yeah, 3 years since the last publication, 9 years since it was ongoing. And you open up with a torture scene. Yeah, torture porn was basically very popular back in that period of time. Yeah, it's a good thing you never see the Hostel series because, yeah, it's something I don't care to see. I mean, I saw, the first 3 Saw films. I have no desire to see them again. It's not my favorite series. Yeah, so you open up with torture stuff. And by the way, the members of the Suicide Squad in the first issue are comprised of Deadshot, Harley Quinn, who is being strung up here, like she's basically a prisoner in the dungeon, King Shark, El Diablo, Wild Dog, who's dressed like Sportsmaster of Young Justice, and I think this is Volstagg, I think his name is. Yeah, of course, they also have a flashback of how these people were captured. They have Deadshot getting in a fight with Batman, El Diablo gets in the fight with, let's see, they don't explain, he just simply turned himself in. Harley Quinn got a fight with Black Canary, by the way, in her costume she wore from 2011 to 2016. It's an okay costume. I'm not really a big fan of it. Oh yeah, King Shark. Don't mention who they captured, how they captured him. There's no flashback for him. Yeah, and then pretty much like, oh yeah, and the whole thing of them being tortured, all a frickin' test. And then later on in issue 3, we had Captain Boomerang brought to the team because why not? Captain Boomerang is always associated with the Suicide Squad. Also, when they reveal Amanda Waller, yeah, this is something that turned a lot of people, aside from the torture stuff, because when people think of Amanda Waller, people think of the overweight bureaucrat. Here she's thin and hot. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what DC was thinking when they did this back in 2011. I'm not sure what the thinking was. I don't know if this is Adam Glass's idea to do this, or DC higher ups because they had a reputation this period of time of basically sticking their nose in the writers' books and thinking they're the damn writers, even though they're not. The only books I could think of that didn't suffer through the editorial interference was the Bat books. Yes, this book kind of felt like that. And the first 5 issues is basically, the story is this. The Suicide Squad, their first mission is to basically just find a cure for a virus. Also, kill everybody and make a stadium. In Mississippi. Yep. Yeah, they had to commit mass murder of 60,000 people. Well, 6,000 people. Why? Because Waller said so. They found a cure, not really much for that. And the next couple issues are actually a lot better than the first 5. Yeah. Harley Quinn finds out what happened in the first issue of Tony S. Daniels' Detective Comics. That Joker is possibly dead. He's not. Excuse me. So she breaks into GCPD, steals Joker's face. Also, prior to this, in the previous arc, they had this thing where it looked like that Deadshot and Harley Quinn are gonna have sex. That's actually interrupted by a mission. Yeah, this scene is actually referenced in the Batman Assault on Arkham film, which Deadshot and Harley Quinn do have sex. Yeah, and then pretty much they had this scene where Deadshot gets captured by Harley Quinn toward the very end. She puts the Joker face on him. She treats him like the Joker. And then she gets knocked up pretty quickly. Yeah. But I like that story a lot better than the awful arc they started off this series with. Yeah, this is just okay. Not much to home about because I do love the Suicide Squad, but this is not very good. Give this book an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's it for Adam Glass's run. Final thoughts? Hit or miss. I mean, it starts out really, really bad. Yes, this arc had a terrible beginning. Luckily enough, it had much better smooth once you get past the first 5 issues. Yeah. Now moving on to the last trade that collects issues from Volume 4. Divine and Discipline and Punish. This collects Suicide Squad Volume 4 issues 20 to 23. Detective Comics Volume 2 23.2. It's a Harley Quinn story. And the Deadshot issue from issue 7.1. The whole point with this one is you have Alex Knott, who basically takes over the writing for the series. Yeah, he doesn't stay on the book very long. He stays on the book for roughly 10 issues before Sean Ryan does the last issue before the book becomes relaunched as simply Suicide Squad. Yeah, this one is a heck of a lot better. This basically takes place before Defense of Forever Evil. Yeah, they're on a series of missions. Of course, Harley Quinn quests to have the bonds removed, and possibly have disbandment of the Suicide Squad. Yep. And of course, while the leader of the team is the Unknown Soldier, this book actually does feel like a Suicide Squad book instead of the torture porn Adam Glass basically put people through in the first issues. Yeah, this book is a lot better. Like, oh my gosh, it's like when you go from this and the other 3 trades, and you read this, it's like, why can't we have this very beginning? And plus, we have the Cheetah joining the team, which I thought was really nice. And plus, we have James Gordon Jr., who appears in this very book, who made his last appearance in the pages of Batgirl, who apparently died. Yeah, it's particularly very weird. Also, James Gordon Jr. is in love with Amanda Waller. Because why the heck not? Because Waller is hot. Let's have a crazy man in love with Amanda Waller. Also, in here, I thought this was a really cool scene. Him meeting Harley Quinn for the first time. Yeah, she's like, who are you? James Gordon Jr. And she's like, oh, the commissioner's got us a loony for a son. Awesome. That's basically kind of what she says. And then she's like, I accept. And he's like, I accept. He's like, what do you accept? The job. Which job? One she offered me. Not you, Harley. Okay, that's interesting. I like this. Yeah. This is just pure fun. I love this. Yeah, this is something that should have been there for the beginning, but nope, we have to go with torture porn. Of course, this is done by Alex Knott. Now, I'm familiar with this writer. Yes, he basically wrote a couple books at Marvel. He basically wrote Secret Avengers. I've reviewed some of it. And, of course, he wrote the okay title, not a lot of people liked it, the Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier series. Yeah, the guy is not a terrible writer. It's just that, well, usually give crappy stuff. This, of course, is really good. This book I give a 9 out of 10. Very much improvement. Now, final thoughts on this particular run. Yeah, the run that lasts in 2011. Basically, not the whole era, because I'm going to cover that when I get a chance to get in volumes 2 or 3 of Suicide Squad. That's going to cover the entirety of New 52 era. This is basically the first part of the era. Okay. This book had 3 writers with it for 30 issues. No annual. Just 30 issues. Also, I forgot to talk about this. The Harley Quinn issue is just basically how she got her outfit. That's simply the whole point of it. And Deadshot just kind of his new backstory in a way. And both issues are written by Matt Knott. Yes, Matt Knott. The guy is noteworthy for being associated with Valiant. And he also, just like America, not the recent run or the Brian Hitch run. The one that basically was started by Jeff Johns. He wrote that. When people think of him, people think of books from him like X-Men of War, Ninjak, Unity. The guy's one damn good writer. Yep. Yeah, and the artwork in here is not by some really good artists in here. Patrick Zurcher, Rick Lenardi, Andy Omens, Derek Furlus, Mark Deering, Sam Bursey, Keith Campaign, Carmen Carino, and Bit. The cover art here is done by Jason Pearson. Yep. But this book is really good, and I think it was a really good decision on the part of Adam Glass before he left. Add the Unknown Soldier to the team. I should point out that the Unknown Soldier prior to this only appeared in pages of GI Combat. Yeah, because, well, his book got canceled, so put him in this book. And here's the weird thing. After Alex Knott left, basically James Gordon Jr. disappeared from the book, though he did appear in the pages of Batman Eternal for a couple issues. And I don't think he recently appeared in Batgirl. No, I don't think he's appeared since then. It's been a while since I've seen him. Let's see. Cheetah still occasionally appears. I mean, she did occasionally appear when it was still New Suicide Squad, but she was still part of the team. And then until she returned in the pages of Wonder Woman, where she was there for pretty much almost the entire Greg Ruckus run, and occasionally appearances, and now she's going to be part of the Legion of Doom. Harley Quinn, still part of the Suicide Squad this very day. Yeah, of course she has an ongoing series now. Deadshot, still part of the team. Captain Boomerang, still part of the team. King Shark, not on the roster anymore. Yeah, as far as I know, there is really no real reason for this at all. Yeah, all because of the Suicide Squad film, we had to have Killer Croc part of the team, despite the fact the guy has never been associated with the team. At all. I mean, Killer Croc. Yes. My only theory, the reason why they put him on the damn team, is because of the film. They also added Katana to the team in the Rebirth run. Yep. Yeah. In the book, they don't give an explanation of why he's off the roster. Heck, when Rebirth happened, yeah, there's no explanation for it at all. As for Yo-Yo, he completely disappeared. I don't think he appeared ever again. Let's see. Waller's still part of the team, except now she's basically overweight. Yep, but that's basically from this book. But at least some of these characters did stay on even afterwards. Heck, Deadshot was still part of the roster when the new Suicide Squad happened. He's still part of the roster very day. While this book was going on, the book they did appear. I think at the top of my head they did appear once outside this comic in an issue of Teen Titans by Scott Lobdell. Yep. Oh yeah, and they had King Shark attack with Superboy. And Superboy says to King Shark, "Aloha," referencing the fact that Superboy had basically, referencing the Superboy series when he was basically based out of Hawaii. Yep. So yeah, not much else to say about these two trades, but yeah. So next review, movie review. Okay, I'll talk about that next. Okay, but see you there. Bye.